name is Adrian Nanchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. And this is episode 6 of the 101 mistakes and lessons that I've made as an entrepreneur. So really, you got to keep reading books. Every book is a potential goldmine of knowledge, of things that you could learn. In economics, there's a phrase called the convergence rate, which talks about how long it takes X to get to Z in comparison to Y getting to Z. So when someone has cleared the path one first time, like an icebreaker, breaking through the ice takes them, say, a year to break through this 1 mile of ice. Once they've broke through the ice, it takes all of the ships a week, 6 days, a month, to make the same distance that it took the icebreaker 1 year to break through. People have gone ahead of us. They've had experiences, they've had journeys, they've learned stuff, they've made mistakes, they've made millions, they've lost millions, they've made billions, they've lost billions. And then often, they write it in books. They write their journey in a book. They write their journey, their experience, their lesson, everything into a book. So it could take someone 10 years to research something about marketing or learn an experience and write it up and proofread it and publish it. Whereas you can read that exact same book in the course of an afternoon, a day, or a weekend, or a week, or whenever. You can come to the exact same lesson, the exact same conclusion, the exact same principle and stories that took them a year or 10 years to come to, but you can do it in much faster. It'll save you so much time. This is how you get ahead, by learning stuff that people have took and spent ages and years to learn and master, and you just learn it in an afternoon. You learn it over the course of a week or a month. Convergence rate. But when I started as an entrepreneur, the first book that I read, in fact it's down here, is The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. Changed the game, that did. It was essentially talking about managing your time, managing it well, automating it. Some of the principles I remember, or I learned in the book, I'm still applying today. Like every few hours, I have an alarm on my phone that just prompts me to set. It says, "Am I inventing things to avoid the important?" And it prompts me to reevaluate what I'm doing currently. I think, is this worth my time? Should I be doing something else? Should I be working? Am I inventing stuff? Am I inventing activities to avoid the importance? Is there more important things to do? But books, as an entrepreneur, are very vital. You can learn a lot of stuff from books. Books are a very scalable, very cheap, very accessible way of learning. The problem with it is that you don't always remember everything you read in the book. You might remember 10 to 20% of it a week or 2 or 3 later. You can learn a lot more from working with mentors, but when it comes to mentors, it's more dedicated. You have to spend a few weeks with them or a year or something, but you can learn a heck of a lot more though. The thing is though, it does take time. Like when I was working with my real estate mentor, I was working for 40 hours, which spread over the course of I think 2.5 months. It must have been. I did everything. I was with tenants. I was sorting out paperwork. I was even doing the garbage and the rubbish. I had to clear out some god-awful tenant rooms. Some had drugs in it, some had needles in it, some had crap in it. It was just like not been touched and moved in ages. I did a lot of handiwork stuff, but I learnt a lot. Desensitized me to a lot of things as well. But that takes 40 hours. You know, or it takes 2.5 months. Well, I could have read 4, 8, 12, about 12, 13 books and built a business in that time, but it's opportunity cost. Which one do you want to do? But the point is to read and learn. Keep learning, because you never know what you're going to discover. Every book will have one golden nugget inside it, and whether it's a big golden nugget that can change your life, or a series of small silver nuggets. Imagine like a panhandler, panning for gold. They're panning through this river of knowledge, and each book is a different kind of pan with a different kind of sieve, and you just searching for ideas, knowledge, information, experience. Each book will teach you one thing, at least one golden thing in one way or another, and might teach you loads of silver things and dozens of copper things. because bronze isn't an element. You can find a lot. Even biographies are great for expanding your comfort zone. Most business stuff, marketing and finance is very applicable. Management for me is not relevant right now, not too much. Books that are talking about the world and how we interact with it, and they've done research into it, like, Stuffocation, that's one. Priceless and Big Data, that's good for understanding how your business works in the grand scheme of things, and understanding how the world works. And similar thing with most books on the stock exchange and the market. Understand how finance works, and understand how all integrated, all interconnected. Imagine like a jigsaw puzzle of knowledge. Every single book and mentor and video and podcast has got one little bit that one little bit of knowledge you can find. You bring it all together in that patchwork of jigsaw puzzle, and that is your knowledge. That's everything you know. That's everything you know. And the more you learn, the better you are. Like a fist. This fist is your knowledge. Everything you know is contained in this space. But then, what about knowledge over here, over there, up there, down there? You know, you're gonna make that fist as big as possible. You know, as it goes from that size to that size. Suddenly, I know more stuff. This size to that size, I know more. You got to keep learning, because you don't know what you don't know. There's so much out there we don't know, and you're one skill away from changing your business and changing your fortune. When you learn one extra skill, you become better. You know, you change your life. You change. Oh, it makes sense now. You can connect things differently, and you can view things differently. Now, when you can view things differently, the more you learn, the more you earn. And when you view things differently, you can say, okay, we'll try this and let's try that. Experiment here, experiment that. How much more profitable? How much less profitable? How much more traffic? You know, you have more stuff, more tools to work with in your business. That's why you got to keep reading. And keep learning, and this is one thing I will do forever. I'm 23, and I keep doing this forever and ever and ever. And a lot of people stop learning when they're like they leave college or university or high school or wherever, secondary school, and they never learn again. And that's it. They're like a knowledge just turned off, and they're just capped. But the people that always learn and keep learning and learning, always curious as well, they're the ones that get ahead. Just get ahead day by day, bit by bit get ahead. And over time, as it compounds especially, you will see a big difference and a remarkable change over the coming years. So much opportunity. The more you learn, the more you earn, it's true. But anyway, if this is your first time, subscribe, because this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So subscribe, and you'll see me again soon. How cool is that?